Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm guided to read about the company Dyson. Dyson is a UK company that is an electronic company. If you don't know about it, please Google about it. I'll talk about the next 12 months of this company, what's gonna happen. Uh, but I think this time I'm gonna do it in a different way, which is from the perspective of the owner, who is James Dyson, and then um, from his focal point, and then I'll elaborate more about what's going to happen with the company. So, um, at first, before I dive deep into the readings, uh, I will give a conclusion because I think it will be better to guide all of you, because there are a lot of spreads, and I mean, even myself feels like it's kind of difficult to explain at the same time. So in general, overall, I think in October 2024 and November 2024, James Dyson, he will carry out plans and initiatives to launch some kind of invitations, to invite investors, or he will hold talks with interested companies, or maybe investors, to maybe he will let go of the ownership, or maybe he want to step back a little bit, or I don't think it's a little bit, it's gonna be quite a bit. Is it entirely stepping back? I'm not sure, but I think he will step back in the next 12 months somehow. And there will be major announcement that will be made in February 2025 and March, in between February and March 2025. One of the interesting things I recognize is the judgment card actually comes first for the company, and then the following month that will be James Dyson himself. So what I can imagine is something about a company. There will be an announcement related to the company ahead of James Dyson himself. So, which kind of tells me that there might be situations where he is not he's not in the controlling position of something. So I think something big will announced ahead of him. So he will make the announcement later, but something will come earlier than himself. So I think James Dyson, he really wants to be in a controlling position for the company and for everything about the company, but he will start strong, having the emperor energy, but then the emperor energy will not stay until the last, because I also pulled the 8 of Cups about the emperor energy. So he will start strong, in negotiation, but then he's not gonna last. That emperor energy is not gonna last, and he either something might come up, and then he realized that okay, he has to let it go, he has to step back, he has to move away. So and there will be also 3 sides of maybe company investors that will be in the talk. So basically, yeah, and I feel like James Dyson, his approach, originally he will want to keep the control of the company. He will start strong, but then he will turn to the money side. Okay. Okay. First of all, this spread right now, what you can see is the question is, will James Dyson keep the ownership of Dyson in the next 12 months. So um, I'm tempted to just say, oh, he will not. But at the same time, l- let me go a little bit deeper than that. Okay, so before July 2024, Wheel of Fortune means there was a change, there was a turning point for the company. Currently, Three of Cups. Three of Cups means uh, different companies or maybe different investors coming together, um, celebrating something. It's about happiness. So probably they are coming together for a good reason. Um, but I also have to say that Three of Cups, it might not have happened yet. It's gonna come into the picture in the next 12 months. So the collaboration of three sides, they are coming in the next 12 months. Seven of Cups on top of Three of Cups means that there are a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas floating in the air. Um, it's kind of I think the owner of the company, they have a lot of plans, but they don't know which way to go. So they don't have a clear idea about what's going on and what's next. So it's kind of a loss of direction. Um, Above this spread, it is Ace of Swords. Even though they don't know which direction it's going, they want to take action. Because there is a need to take action, probably. The bottom of the spread strength card, it means taming the beast. So something is very delicate in the company right now. It's kind of fragile. They don't want to get out of control. So they're trying the best to keep things under control. Queen of Wands energy in the upcoming future, it is about being very creative about something. Also passionate about something. So they will carry out plans, and they will put in a lot of effort. And Queen of Wands energy is also about protection, protecting the rights of the company, being creative, but at the same time, they want to make sure that things will follow through, and things will not fall apart. So there are things that they want to make sure is going to work. Eight of Pentacles means that James Dyson, he's still wanting to work on the things that he's working on within a company. He still want to keep working, and he's in the progress of probably 80% of something, and is going into fruition. I don't know, maybe he's trying to restructure the company, or there might be something that he's working on tirelessly and is almost coming into fruition. And then the Judgment card, it is about the announcement. So I think he is working on some kind of ownership issue of the company, and then there will be a point where he will make the announcement. After the Judgment card, it is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about discussions, is about slow development, collaboration. And Eight of Cups at the end of the spread, that means James Dyson, most likely he will move beyond Dyson. So he's probably gonna let go of the control of the company. What's gonna happen is probably another company will acquire the ownership of Dyson. It can be a hedge fund, or other companies, or just a new dynamics, because Eight of Cups means letting go. So James Dyson, he's gonna let go of what he has been dealing with a lot within the company, and what he has built. He at some point he will decide to let go and move beyond that, because the company itself, for him, um, the fulfillment has saturated. So he doesn't find the fulfillment in the company anymore. Maybe he's still wanting to control, but in the next 12 months he will change. So Three of Pentacles, it is James Dyson's strategy in the next 12 months about Dyson. So he will put in a lot of effort in building something, building a plan or whatever, with the others, and highly cooperative energy. So and I wonder what's the nature. I mean, and how James Dyson sees, how he sees Dyson, the company itself right now. So is magician. Magician can be good or bad. The good side is being very resourcefulness, having the ability to turn nothing into something. So what I can think about is either he finds a way to you know to turn something out of nothing, to manifest something out of nothing. Maybe maybe there is nothing, but he has the strategy to turn it into something. Maybe the value is not that high, but for some reason he's able to manifest something and then turn it around. Because magician energy sometimes, the negative side, it can be kind of trickster's energy, but on the bright side, the positive side, it can be new inventions. So I personally, I don't follow through the news about Dyson, but if you follow through about Dyson, you will know which category is gonna fall under. It is a trickster energy, or maybe it is a new invention that can, you know, um, bring up the value of the company. So magician, when I dive deeper, what it is about, it is about the Three of Cups energy. So something that is worth to be celebrated. So I think James Dyson himself, he has um, laid out a plan for the company, and is kind of magical. Let me put it this way, and then is working well, because at some point there will be the celebration of more than one people, more than one company, as in the main spread of whether he's gonna keep the ownership. This Celtic spread, the current position is the Three of Cups. So three sides coming together. So definitely, he is seeking for collaboration with the others. Let me put it this way. So this spread is about James Dyson and the company Dyson, their dynamics. Um, I'm not going to dive deep on the right hand side, because the right hand side usually we use it for another person, but in this case I use it for a company. So I would just focus on the left hand side, because that's James Dyson himself. Um, so Queen of Wands is his conscious mind. His conscious mind is Queen of Wands energy. And this is about the he towards the company. So let's not forget, Queen of Wands, it happens before. It happens when I asked about will James Dyson keep the ownership of the company. Queen of Wands is in the upcoming position, the near future. So right now, he already has a plan. He consciously working on a plan to change the ownership of the company. And then Knight of Cups is his emotions. Knight of Cups energy is about having the mentality to, to be on a quest to do something. So he feels like he really wants to do something for the company. Um, Knight of Cups can also be invitations. So he feels very strongly about inviting the others to come and invest into his company, or maybe even, change the ownership somehow. Maybe not totally change the ownership at first, but eventually it will. Um, he feels like he needs to do it. He needs to deal with the ownership. That's what he feels like. And then Ace of Wands is about um, his outside behavior. So Ace of Wands is about new beginnings, new energy, removing the obstacles. But I have to say the downside of this spread is Seven of Cups is about not knowing what to do, because there are a lot of thoughts that happen at the same time, which can be very problematic because there is no clear direction for the company and for the dynamics between James Dyson and the company itself. Um, Seven of Cups energy is crossing Three of Cups energy. So what I can tell is, even though James Dyson is open for discussions and he is collaborating with the other two person or whoever, or maybe the companies involved, the lack of direction can really be detrimental for the relationship between him and the investors and the company itself, because there is no clear directions. Yeah, but I can tell that James Dyson at this moment, he is still pretty much in control with the company currently, because his personal cards are manifesting on the Celtic spread, just like the Seven of Cups and the Magician. And for the Magician, I want to tell you about this. Okay, so this Celtic spread is about the next 12 months, the Dyson ownership. And I can see that the Seven of Cups energy is passing. It was previous. It will, even though probably currently is still lingering, but it will pass through. And the Seven of Cups energy is related to the ownership of the company. Currently, there is a choice that needs to be made for the peace, because Two of Swords at the current position. Nine of Swords crossing Two of Swords is about worry. I think the ownership of the company, there are some worries, lingering about the ownership of the company. That there might be some struggles and conflicts of interest. At the bottom, Queen of Cups is about being emotional, being nostalgic. Something is not very, very stable. This can also be a female executive in the company. So above this spread is the Magician. So the Magician is also how James Dyson sees the company right now. How he thinks about a company is Magician. So I can't tell exactly whether it is a trickster energy or simply being innovative and resourcefulness. But according to the position of the card, I do believe that James Dyson is pretty much still in control of the company and the ownership. uh, but somehow it will change. Page of Wands in the upcoming future is uh, it is about launching something. It is about creating jobs, um, and I feel like it's about the direction of the east. I know that Dyson has moved their headquarters to Singapore, so that's far east. And Page of Wands, as you see, this person is looking towards the east side. So I feel like it will continue. The ownership of Dyson will continue going towards the east. Um, Maybe not entirely about the ownership, but at least their center of the business will continue. Possibly also in the Middle East and some places that are not humid. Because Page of Wands, as we can see, there are pyramids and there's no water. So yeah. And then Ace of Cups energy is about emotions, is about new love. And when we are talking about the ownership of the company, there is some type of new beginning. There is also the emotions, the emotions of the ownership. Sometimes Ace of Cups is not always positive, because Ace of Cups can mean tears. So in this case, I feel like it's kind of tricky, because if there is a change of ownership, it will be kind of emotional, because the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like it's it is gonna be a little bit of emotional turbulence and struggles. But anyway, above all, it is about money. Okay, it is about money. Money is above all. After the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. So regardless of what kind of emotional linkage or emotional involvement about the ownership of the company, things will turn to the money side. Ten of Pentacles is about big money. The Strength card after Ten of Pentacles is about someone is taming the beast. And I have to say that we saw this. So we saw the Strength card before. It is about will James Dyson keep the ownership, this spread. The bottom is Strength, and they're trying to contain a situation. So in order to contain a situation, the ownership, it will overcome a process of involving a lot of money, because Nine of Pentacles is about gains, Ten of Pentacles is about a lot of money. So what I can tell is, in the next 12 months, there will be big money involving the ownership of this company. So I directly can think about is he's gonna sell the company and get a lot of money, and the sale will be involving a huge amount of money. So now let's turn to James Dyson personally. In the next 12 months, what's gonna happen to him? So let me see. Before July 2024, he was very concerned about a partnership, a collaboration. Right now, there are some problems Page of Swords is something alarming for him, and Ten of Pentacles crossing it. So he is or he will be dealing with financial issues in the upcoming 12 months. And I can also say he will be very involved in the talks of selling the company because Queen of Cups at the above of the spread, that already appears in another spread, which is about the ownership of the spread. So he feels strongly emotional about the ownership of the company. But what I can think about is he is not gonna stay emotional until the end because the money is really an issue. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the spread. He is trying to figure out a new way to improve the finances, to create new forms of income. And he's very concerned about whether things can actually manifest on a material level, which is making money. Queen of Pentacles in the upcoming position for James Dyson. Even though he was emotional before, but because of the money issues and the money factor, he will becoming more concerned about his own ecosystem. So he's not gonna be too emotional about things, even though he was emotional before. But because of the money factor, then he will focus more on creating the wealth within his own ecosystem. Queen of Pentacles can also be, someone in his family. He's very clear about the need to make a decision, and I think this decision is about the Dyson company. Maybe something happened in his personal lives that he decided to focus more on his family and the happiness of his family. Because Ten of Cups after Two of Swords is it's about a decision that leads to family happiness. Five of Swords after the Ten of Cups, it is about letting go of a battle. So I think James Dyson is not gonna win all the battles on his plate. He will decide to let go of the struggle. So in his personal lives, maybe this is about the company, maybe this is about his family. But what I can tell is he would like to focus more on his family, and he doesn't want to fight for some other battles that can be harmful for the family. The High Priestess energy at the end of this spread, this is about being very wise. It can also be a person who he cares about, who has a very strong significance in his life. So this High Priestess energy is leading him to kind of a secretive process in the upcoming 12 months. So he won't, I don't think he will reveal everything, especially about the business decision. So because the High Priestess energy is about secrecy, It is about, being wise about things, and not to say something because the need to be safe. And it is a delicate matter. It's gonna be delicate for James Dyson in the next 12 months. Hmm. Yeah, so I think that there will be a money concern, and at some point he will choose his family ahead of, I mean, above some other things in his life. Okay, so here comes the monthly for James Dyson. This month, July 2024, Page of Cups. Um, he he is kind of innocent, or he might be worrying about someone who is younger. Does he have a kid? I don't know. I didn't do the research. But Page of Cups is about younger people. It is about emotional. It is about love. But anyway, Page of Cups is about being emotional about things. And what I can think about is, because today I just watched the news about Dyson, and Dyson is laying off like 1,000 people in the UK, or, well, I might be wrong, but there is a layoff that is happening. So I think he feels emotional about it. Yeah. Okay. So August 2024, Two of Wands energy means that he is in the process. He will be in the process of making a decision, making a choice. And he's also looking at the globe, like, where can Dyson manifest a business, or maybe he personally is looking around the globe, and thinking about the choices he can be making in order to bring success. It is also about a contemplation period for him. September, Five of Wands, conflicts. So he will be having conflicts in September. October, he'll be in a very powerful position because he wants to keep things under control. Also, he wants to be in authoritative position. But as I mentioned before, this is the beginning. The beginning of the talk will be, he will in the emperor position, but then he will not last till the end. November 2024, Page of Pentacles. His mind will be on the money. December, Ace of Swords. He will taking action on something, having the clarity to take action. January 2025, Page of Wands. I think this is about let me see. Okay. January 2025, there will be something about the ownership of the company. It will starting to manifest because the Page of Wands energy is it is present in the ownership spread in the upcoming future. So he will gain the clarity in January 2025 about the ownership. And then February 2025, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords energy is about having the clarity to cut through all the crap, and he will also feel like a wounded person. Maybe he's not very happy about something, and You know, he has those experiences before, so that's why he will be making very clear judgment in February 2025. March, judgment. Major announcement for James Dyson, March. But as I mentioned before, the judgment for the company happened, the announcement happened for the company in February. So I think something will come to a head and he will be the second to know, which is probably, I don't know, maybe it's not too good for him personally. Because if he is in a controlling position, then I would say then he should have the judgment earlier than the company. But then in this case, the company will announce something ahead of him. So I don't know, maybe that's just an arrangement or of some sort. But anyway, okay, so April 2025, he will be waiting for something, waiting a process to be done probably. In May, Hermit energy is about being introspective, seeking for guidance. Also, it, it, it is about being very wise about a situation. And finally, June 2025, that will be the Three of Cups energy. So he will feel happy and something is worth to be celebrated. So for this Celtic Express, it is about the company Dyson itself in the next 12 months. What's going to happen from the company perspective. Before July 2024, the Sun card is about clarity. So something became very clear, whether it is good or not. And currently, the Star card means a renewal, a healing process for the company. The Temperance card crossing on top, it is about the merging of two different forces that are very different from each other, in order to create something new. In this case, what I can think about is probably because Dyson itself is a British company, but because now it is situated in Singapore and doing business in Far East, and they're trying to merge some kind of the British principles with the local authorities and the local businesses. They don't really blend well with each other, but they're trying to make it work. Let's put it this way. Six of Swords at the above of this spread, it means somebody is carrying the responsibilities offshore. In this case, the direction is going to the east. So I think the center of the business of Dyson is still gonna keep going east. It's not going back to the west right now. And I feel like it's gonna be there will be the back and forth of the west and the east, because I do see the knights, they are going towards the west, but then the Six of Swords is going to the east. So I think there is the clash of the Western ideology and the Eastern ideology in regards to the company, especially for the upcoming 12 months. And at the bottom, Page of Swords is about problems. Problems come to a head that needs to be fixed. Knight of Wands energy in the upcoming position. It is about um, being experimental and not caring about the results. So the company itself, there will be some kind of risk the company will experiment with. Um, it is also about movement. I feel like they want to expand the business to places that are very dry, um, but at the same time, because they are carrying their principles from the West, and they want to make business in the East, which can be the conflict of interest. So that is something that they have to take care of. Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the spread is the company is really wanting to stabilize financially, to solidify the financial prospects of the company, and also the assets and the foundation of the company. So someone will take very hasty decision to fight against the problems in order to pursue financial prosperity and stability. That's why the Knight of Swords after Four of Pentacles, it is about because of the intention of wanting financial security and stability, someone's gonna take, or maybe the company itself is gonna try itself to fight against something. And then the King of Cups, it is about being emotionally mature, wanting to be stabilized in a situation where it is not stable. Because King of Cups, as you can see, this is a person who is sitting on a chair, and then the chair is, it is on turbulent waters, turbulent ocean. So the company itself, it really wants to figure out a way to be financially stable and stable in the market in an ever-changing circumstances around it. Unfortunately, 10 of Swords at the end of the spread, it means that probably some of the plans will not work for the company. So it's gonna be an ending for the company. Yeah. So I can tell that there are strategies that they are utilizing right now. It's not gonna work. So something has to come to an end. Perhaps currently they are laying off. That's one of the endings that they are facing. But I feel like there might be also an ending about the ownership of this company, which will be culminating in the next 12 months. So the following will be the monthly for this company from the company perspective. Currently, July 2024, the death. Death, it is about transformation, it is about the disaster, the ending of some kind, and I can see it as, correlating to the big layoff in the UK. August, Page of Pentacles. There will be financial news within the company, and then September, there will be, it can be a fight, it can be a decision, a decision that takes a long time to think about. October, Knight of Cups, invitations. So as I mentioned earlier in this reading, James Dyson himself, he is trying to manifest something. He's trying to invite investors or sending out invitations, probably um, putting the company for sale, maybe something that can be related to that. Um, so this is October, and then November, Knight of Cups. So he will be doing it at least for 2 to 3 months. October, November. So in between October, November, these 2 months, there will be invitations sending out from the company, or maybe outside from the outside towards the company. It can go both ways, but I feel like it's more like from James Dyson himself towards the outside world. Probably he will be telling the world that, okay, I am ready to put the company for sale, and who is interested, let me know. Some kind of, those kind of communication. Is it going to be instant? No, it's not going to be instant, because October we have Knight of Cups, November still Knight of Cups, but December Six of Cups, it is about help, assistance. So at the end of this year, starting in September, James Dyson and the Dyson company, there will be major decision that happened inside the company. Probably it is about selling the company, putting the company on sale, and then things will gradually culminate, especially at the beginning of next year, 2025. Yeah. In January 2025, Wheel of Fortune is a major change, can be the change of ownership. It's a turning point of the company, the Dyson company. It will reach the turning point in January 2025. February, announcement. So this is the tricky part. For James Dyson, the judgment card happens in March, and for Dyson company itself is happening in February. So you know what, either they can happen during the same time frame, but in this case I feel like something with the company will announce first, and then James Dyson will announce afterwards. Maybe he will announce a new plan for himself after, dropping the company. I don't know. March 2025, Nine of Swords, worry. So something is happening with the company and it is worrisome. April, Page of Cups. Page of Cups is about emotions, feeling emotional about something. Maybe the company will have a difficult time to transition to something. After the major announcement in, in February, March, after the announcement, the company will struggle for a period of time. And I think it is going to be a process that involves a lot of emotions, and people within a company, they will try to adapt. Queen of Swords energy in May. This might be, I strongly feel like this will be someone who will control the company and who will step up and play a major role for the company. And this person is, I think she might be the new owner of the company. and she'll be giving orders in May, and in June, Eight of Pentacles, they will start working on the orders given by the Queen of Swords. So I know for James Dyson in February next year, he will be very involved with the Queen of Swords energy. So probably Queen of Swords is someone that he will sell his company to. This person is a female, and this female, probably she will gain the control of the company in February or March next year, and then the company, it needs some time to transition, and in May this Queen of Swords energy will become very prominent about everything about the company. So she will step up while James Dyson will, step down or step aside. So I think this is, the read I have for the Dyson company. And anyway, I hope the people who are being laid off can be, having new jobs soon. I made this video because I saw the news today, and I know it's devastating news for a lot of Dyson workers in the UK, so I decided to make this video. I know probably this rate is probably still difficult to hear for some of you, especially people who are being affected and being laid off. But no matter what, I hope this will bring some clarity to all of you, and I wish you all the best. And I wish people who are being laid off will, eventually and quickly get new jobs and have new income, new prosperity. So thank you for joining me today. If you like the video, please consider liking and subscribing. I really appreciate. And I'll talk to you next time. Take care.